it even going to be possible to defeat them? Well, we already have from a different perspective. I want you to imagine, this is the analogy I always give, and it doesn't make it easier what we're going through, but it is the analogy I'm always shown. It's like a movie that's already been filmed. Okay? And so we're on the first 30 minutes of the movie, and it's a 3-hour Quentin Tarantino movie. Literally. Action-packed. And there are moments throughout the movie where we're going to be like, oh my God, does this character survive? Do we get through this? But we do, because the movie's already done. It's already complete. It's finished. There is an end. There's a done. And so that's what we're experiencing right now. It's very hard to wrap our heads around that because that's a very quantum perspective. But because we have free will, it's like a crapshoot how we go through it. So, meaning the intensity of it, what unravels, what tsunamis are dropped. You have to think of it not as individuals, you have to think of it as energy or consciousness. That's how you want to see this, not as the small number of humans and energies that are sort of controlling all of this. Instead of thinking about them as the ones that we are going to take down or defeat, you want to think of it as consciousness that they're playing in, that we're dissolving. It's the consciousness that we are stepping out of. It's the consciousness that we're dissolving, meaning fear, greed, manipulation, control, coercion. Those are consciousnesses. So here's the thing. If we didn't participate in fear, the humans that are controlling everything based on fear would have nothing to grab onto. They would have nothing to do. The only reason that this is unraveling the way it is because fear is the largest consciousness in the collective shadow that feeds these humans and allows them to continue to kind of expand or do what they're doing. When the human starts to starve them of the fear consciousness, that is when it starts to dissolve. And you starve them of that consciousness by not participating and playing in fear, by not perpetuating fear, by not holding fear in your body, by not making choices based on fear. This is an energetic battle. And if we give them the ammunition of fear, then they are going to continue to do what they're doing. They're getting more ammunition because, wow, everybody's continuing to buy into the fear or the control or the coercion. Everything is energy. So if you are your response, your reaction, your behavior, what is it based on? Imagine that is a frequency going out of your body, because it is. And it feeds the systems. That's why it is so important to make every decision and every reaction and every response out of sovereignty, out of empowerment, out of choice, out of truth, out of heart, out of a unified vision, right? Because then you're not feeding the systems, you're not feeding them, then you're not giving them ammunition to continue to grow. So how do we get through this? We starve the consciousnesses that they are feeding us. And perpetuating divide is a massive consciousness that really allows them to sit back and play their chess game.